This is the future of Xbox. It's going to change gaming. It's going to change console gaming, and we're going to react to it. I've been meaning to react to it for a while. Let's get into it. I'm Blaze2K. Let's go. So if you've been watching my videos over the past couple of months, you might have seen a video like this. Ugly as hell. Basically, this console was leaked weeks ago back in May. The Asus and Xbox were collaborating to make a new gaming handheld. It's going to be the first Xbox gaming handheld, and these were the leaks that we saw. And then I'm sure you can't blame me. Look at the smudgy screen. Look at the glossy plastic. It looked terrible. The weird shape, the weird design, it just looked really bad. It looked thick, it looked ugly, it just didn't look right, and I complained and I slated it, but I'm having a change of heart, and we're going to cover why I have a change of heart in this video. So please like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you love handheld gaming, if you love handheld gaming, PC gaming, tech, all that good stuff, because you'll find it in the channel multiple times a day I post. I'm Blaze2K, and check the links down below in the video description for the really great handheld gaming accessories, especially the JSOX 12-in-1 RGB dock, which you will love, and it will work with any handheld, including this new Xbox. So without further ado, let's take a look at the reveal. I am hyped for this, and when I saw this at the Xbox Game Showcase, guys, I was blown away. Look at that slab of glass, and I love how he squeezes it and molds it into a gaming handheld, just to stress the fact that this thing is going to be ergonomic. Now, in this video, we're going to cover what this means for Xbox, what it means for the future of console gaming, and let me give you a little tidbit. There's some hints and sneak peeks in this video as to Xbox's direction going forward with consoles, and they're basically going to be shattering the glass ceiling and the walls of what console gaming should be and has been for a long time, meaning you can play any game from anywhere on an Xbox device, and Xbox games are going to be on other devices too. Xbox are basically saying, listen guys, we're not going to force you to buy our games on our platform and not be able to play your other games from other platforms. They're basically saying, come on in, play whatever you want on our hardware, have a good time, and if you want, subscribe to Xbox Game Pass for some free games and some cool features. And this is the result of that. It's a new gaming handheld. There's going to be two models of them, two different variants. There's going to be the ROG Ally with the Z2A processor, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gig storage, 60 watt-hour battery. There's going to be the Elite Xbox Ally X, which is a premium model with the AI Z2 Extreme processor, 50 tops of AI performance, 24 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, 1 terabyte storage, and 80 watt-hour battery, which is 20 more than the base one. The Z2 Extreme is going to be super powerful, guys. You're going to be able to play AAA, brand new games on this thing, at least 60 frames a second. This is an Xbox. It's basically all the power of Windows and all the greatness of Xbox, right? It's the new gaming handheld. So, there we go. Let's dive a little bit deeper in. So, like I said during that reveal trailer there, obviously Xbox are basically pulling down the walls of what console gaming has been for a long time, right? Obviously, with console gaming, you're either Xbox, you're PlayStation, or you're a Nintendo, or you're a PC gamer, right? And with Xbox and PlayStation, and Nintendo, technically, you know, you had to buy their console. And when you bought their console, you were locked into their ecosystem on that console, right? You weren't able to download Steam games, you weren't able to download other games from other places that you'd bought games. You had to buy Xbox games on an Xbox, and if you bought a PlayStation down the line or a gaming PC down the line, you wouldn't be able to access your Xbox games that you bought for Xbox, right? Xbox is saying hell to that, and they're basically saying, listen guys, wherever you have your games, whether it's Steam, whether it's Epic Games Store, on PC gaming, we don't mind. Come play them on our device. Come play them on our hardware. We don't mind. We just want you to have fun. It's for the gamers. You should be able to play whatever games you have on the hardware that you have. Xbox gaming anywhere. Everything's an Xbox. And this is their first step, their first foray into this. And like I said, I think this is going to bleed over to their next gen console. They're going to make a new console, $700 Xbox next gen console that's the bleeding edge of which is the bleeding edge of, you know, graphics power at the time for consoles, and they're going to let you run full Windows on it. They're going to let you download Steam, run full Windows, download all the different game launchers you want, buy games from wherever you want, and play them on a console that can run Windows or function as a gaming console, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Now, from what I've heard, PlayStation are panicking right now. They basically called an emergency meeting, at least the CEO of PlayStation, to discuss Xbox's plans going forward, because as you know, this is going to impact them really. It's going to impact them a lot. Basically, you're going to be able to play PlayStation games on an Xbox if this happens, and it is going to happen. You're going to be able to play your PlayStation games, PlayStation exclusives, on an Xbox handheld. When this handheld comes out later this year, during the holiday season, you're going to be able to play God of War, Spider-Man, all the Horizon, all the big PlayStation games on this, on an Xbox device, and I don't think PlayStation's too happy with it. But that's how Xbox is going. They basically trumped PlayStation at this point. They're saying, hey, play whatever you want. on our hardware, play PC games, run emulators, do whatever you want. We just want you to have a good time. And if you feel like it, want to save some money, subscribe to Xbox Game Pass on your device. Get a bunch of free games, get access to a bunch of games for a monthly subscription cost if you want to. But if you don't, download Steam, download Epic Game Store, download GOG, download Battle.net, right? We're happy with either one. And this console is actually going to have it, like I said, a USB 4 port. So you're going to be able to connect a 5090, an NVIDIA 5090 graphics card to this as an external graphics card with an external graphics card amplifier, and dock this thing up to multiple monitors and use this new Xbox Handheld as a fully fledged gaming PC if you want to. It's going to trump the Switch 2. It's going to trump the PlayStation. It's going to be insane. So let's get into the behind the scenes from Xbox themselves.
First time a player is going to be able to hold the power of the Xbox experience in their hand.
Oh yeah.
Take it with them anywhere they want to go.
This is a breakthrough moment for Xbox.
It's a ruthlessly player-first, game-first Xbox experience.
The familiarity makes a huge difference. It just feels like you are home.
It's all about putting gaming front and center. We want to make this feel like it's a device that's built for players. That's our whole goal.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Xbox Ally.
Xbox is back, baby. Xbox is back. Take that, Nintendo Switch.
With Asus,
and Steam.
We're going to be releasing two devices, the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X. And the first thing you're going to notice about these devices is this new design. For me, it feels like I'm holding an Xbox.
It goes back to the Xbox game controller. People have muscle memory, the shape, the way it fits in your hands, the asymmetrical thumbsticks.
Some people have actually commented saying that the grips on the back of this actually resemble the PlayStation DualSense a little bit more than an Xbox, and I would probably agree with them. It probably does. But it looks really cool. It looks really ergonomic. I know a lot of people have complained about the new Nintendo Switch being really uncomfortable in your hands, and this is basically going to solve that. It's going to be comfortable. It's going to be able to, you're going to be able to wrap the meat of your hands around it. It's going to be comfortable for long play sessions, and that's what they're going for, right?
ABXY. And imagine just pulling that apart and dropping in a full color, rich display to put the game right into your hands.
That's where this project started, bringing the Xbox experience into a handheld category.
The color of the buttons, that familiar...
I wish they'd put the colored buttons on the high-end model, the Ally X, and not the regular Xbox Ally. And they're going to have grey buttons on the Ally X, which I'm disappointed about.
Your ergonomic gamepad feel, the ability to have impulse triggers, right?
Impulse triggers on the handheld.
Controller experience, the rumble feedback and the haptics, that just feels so natural.
You pick it up, it looks like an Xbox, it feels like an Xbox, it plays like an Xbox.
I love the screen. The screen is absolutely gorgeous.
We thought about the brightness that you needed on the panel. 1080p, 120 hertz refresh rate, and VRR.
It was so
VRR.
to us that the
Let me just pause that, right? So the screen on this is not going to be an OLED. I'm a little bit disappointed. Obviously, we've had the Nintendo Switch OLED. We have the Steam Deck OLED, which is my favorite console to this day. I literally play it every night. It's not going to be OLED, which I'm disappointed about. And if it is going to be around $800 for this thing, and it doesn't have an OLED panel, color me disappointed. I had an original Asus ROG Ally, and I love the screen, don't get me wrong, but I wish that it was an OLED. They've had a couple of years. This isn't going to be an OLED. I'm disappointed. But it does have something called VRR, variable refresh rate, which, let me tell you guys, is massive for handheld gaming. It's massive for PC gaming, portable PC gaming, because when you've got a game that goes up and down, let's say you're playing a bleeding edge, brand new AAA game, performance isn't perfect, the frame rate goes up and down. Basically, VRR just smooths the frame rate out. It makes you have a buttery smooth gaming experience, right? You can't tell the frame rate's jumping up and down, going down to 25 frames, going up to 35, going up to 40, up back down to 20 something. It basically smooths all that out. It makes the game feel buttery smooth and responsive either way. I tried it before. I think it's a game changer. You won't know until you try it, but it's one of those things that I'm glad this has, and it has it. I'm happy about that.
experience from both the hardware and software side feel like an Xbox device from the moment you turn it on.
That's what people love about consoles. Press the power button and play. No configuration necessary. I just want to play games.
So let's take them to games. Let's take them straight to Xbox. Let's take them straight into what they want to do.
So you're not going to have to, like current Windows handhelds right now. Obviously, you load them up, you turn them on, it boots into Windows like a regular PC would, and you have to wait for it to load up. You have to log in to the Windows interface, you have to go into desktop mode, and it's basically just a Windows desktop, and you have to load up games via, you know, Windows wasn't designed for gaming consoles, for touchscreens, really, essentially. But this is the first time that the Xbox team have had access to Windows, created their own build of Windows, cut out all the bloat, and basically created an Xbox software UI that runs the second you turn this device on. And the reason I think they've done this is in response to Valve and the Steam Deck with SteamOS and Linux. Basically, Valve had made a custom operating system that runs very much like a console, but has all the power of a desktop operating system, and that is SteamOS. You can literally switch to the desktop mode, tinker around with the settings, use it as a work device, you know, create documents, write stuff, connect it to a monitor and use it as a fully fledged PC if you want to. But when you pick up the console, switch to gaming mode again, it's a console, and it's magical. And I think we've started to see a lot of manufacturers, gaming handheld manufacturers, release devices with SteamOS instead of Windows, and I think it's rattled Windows and Microsoft a little bit, and Xbox, because obviously there's this new operating system out there that's stealing market share from them, and they're not too happy about it. So this is their response to SteamOS and the Steam Deck, and it's about time, right? It's about time that Xbox made a software and a UI that ran pretty well on a console with a controller. You're going to be able to pull up a keyboard and use the controller to navigate the Xbox Ally X here, and it's going to be amazing.
You know that amazing moment when the Nexus comes up on the screen and you know you're about to have a fun time? Let's bring that to handheld.
Hell yes.
Everything's coming together across the silicon, across the hardware, across the operating system to really deliver that Xbox first experience that players have been asking for.
We've been begging for this.
Gameplay experience that you
and it's going to have an Xbox button.
Expect on a PC or a console, it's now available in your hands. The Xbox Ally is designed to be your great portable gaming companion, allowing you to bring your entire library of games with you on the go.
Whether it's Xbox, whether it's Steam, whether it's Battle.net, GOG, Epic Game Store.
It's just a super flexible device. It's going to give me a great balance in terms of the battery life and the performance. It also has fantastic cloud playing experiences built into it.
It gives you all the performance that you seek.
120 Hz
gaming,
VRR.
The full length of battery life.
AAA games are going to run beautifully on this.
And large battery size.
If you've played a console, it's what you'd expect it to be. Use your Game Pass to get games, remote play to your console. It's a very familiar experience.
The Xbox Ally is great. The Xbox Ally X is the best handheld I've ever tried.
Xbox Ally X is really designed for the most demanding players who want a premium experience, including the highest resolutions, the highest fidelity, and the highest frame rates.
Oh, yes.
The Xbox Ally X is really for someone that is seeking...
This is the big one. Now, like I said, I wish that they put color buttons on this. Now, the Xbox Ally is going to be white. It's going to have the colored, nice little colored buttons. And the Ally X, it's not going to have those iconic colored Xbox buttons, which I'm disappointed about. Come on, Xbox. But it's going to be the more powerful. It's going to have the AI Z2 Extreme, which is going to be the most powerful APU, at least damn near close to the most recent powerful APU. It's going to be brand new when it comes out for this. It's going to probably be really great. I can't wait to see how the performance of games and how well games run on this. 24 gigs of RAM. Wish it was 32, but 24, I'll take it. 1 terabyte of storage. Hopefully they'll let us put the long SSDs in, not the little short ones that's in the Steam Deck, so we can potentially get up to like 4-5 terabytes of storage on this thing, which would be insane. And an 80 watt hour battery with impulse triggers with haptics. That's pretty impressive.
That next level of gaming.
This is your absolute behemoth. All the bells and whistles. You've maxed out your storage, the performance of the product and the chip.
The Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme is the absolute best in terms of handheld processors that you can have today.
It is.
Industry-leading AI engine in your handheld device. Inconceivable even 3 years ago.
We have integrated in the power of AI experiences in ways that haven't even been imagined.
That means for the players, it's easier to enjoy, easier to start, and having help, AI is a companion for players.
Think of all the use cases that would blend AI-based audio, AI-based gaming assisting functions, AI-based rendering capabilities.
We wanted to build a handheld that can play the latest AAA games. I'm super excited. We've done something really, really good together.
A perfect blend of performance, power efficiency, functionality, And amazingly, this is just the beginning.
The journey, we're gonna get into the journey. Let's just talk about this first. This handheld looks amazing. It's gonna have all the bells and whistles that you'd expect from a gaming handheld. It's gonna use the bleeding edge as far as like handheld gaming APUs. This one Z2 Extreme from AMD, it's the latest out there right now, and you're gonna be able to play some of the latest games at really good frame rates on it. So I'm super excited about that. If there was ever a console that's came out that's made me want to sell my Steam Deck, it's this, and I can't wait to talk about it.
What do we call this? I call it the pizza box.
It was called the cardboard unit, is what they sent us. This was from Asus. This is the very beginning stages of what would become Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X.
When we started prototyping, there were a lot of naysayers internally saying that, hey, look, Asus, you don't have game content. We went to Microsoft and say, hey, Microsoft, is there an opportunity for us to build a handheld category with Windows?
So we did actually get a functional build of Windows running on this, and you could play a game.
Oh yeah, we powered it on. I think I played Quake on it.
The handheld gaming community is absolutely one of the most enthusiastic community we've seen. They provided so much feedback with our first rendition of Ally.
We realized there are so many things that our community can tell us that we can do a better job.
It came down to the fact that these devices were not really truly gaming-oriented devices, the way we think about consoles and Xbox.
Hey, let's have Microsoft come in and revamp the software on this, turn it into an Xbox without getting rid of everything that makes Windows great. Let's turn this into a console worthy of the name console, worthy of the name Xbox.
That was the moment where we said, wow.
That's when all the light bulbs started to go off.
So we decided to start a partnership with them and do something wholly unique for us as Xbox.
We have different yet very complementary capabilities. You have Asus making industry-leading hardware, and you take Xbox and you bring all of the experience we have in console and in gaming and bring that together into this portable device.
How do we start with this and add this to make it feel like a combination of Asus and Xbox working together?
I mean, this is exaggeration, but at the end of the day, you're doing some form of the flat fingers. You get a device like this, and that makes it just so much more comfortable to hold on to the entire time.
That opens up more access to your index fingers with your shoulder bumper, as well as those triggers at the back. It just feels more intuitive.
No one has ever seen this before, and this was a request from you as a kickoff for like a proof of concept. It's like, what if we put an Xbox button on an Asus Ally?
Finally, obviously I already had an ROG Ally back when it first came out. Loved it. Loved the form factor of it. And one thing that really annoyed me as far as like games, sometimes you had to press the Xbox button to get into the Xbox menu or press, it just, it was missing that Xbox button, and I'm glad they finally added that.
You could imagine a world where that button on this device was the Xbox button that you see on an Xbox controller.
When we were talking to the designers at Asus, they were basically saying, well, our products, they're not round, they're angular chisels and angles. And so this is the new Xbox button shape.
To place the Xbox Nexus on the rhombus is such a beautiful representation of the marriage of the precision, the robustness of Asus's design, and the power of Xbox.
Something that I think is really cool is we have a micro texture.
Oh, they copied that from PlayStation.
That starts to
see, let me just talk about that. The color buttons. Look, the base Ally Xbox is going to have these beautiful 3D colored buttons, reminiscent of the original Xbox controller and the Xbox controller of today, right? The colored buttons, iconic Xbox. They're not going to have that on the Ally X, on the Xbox Ally X, which hurts me. I want the colored buttons. I want the colorful buttons. I don't want the gray ones. I want the colored ones. But the laser etching, they stole that from PlayStation. I think they did.
Hint to the partnership between Asus and Xbox.
It looks really nice though.
Xbox, it is the best of Windows. Working with Asus and creating something specifically designed to help gamers have the experience that they have so long dreamt of.
Oh yeah, we've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for Xbox to make a handheld.
The experience that you
for a
could
long
have
time.
on the go was just not even remotely close to the experience that you could have playing games at home.
You look at this device in your hand and you're just blown away. How did we put this incredibly high-end console into a handheld.
I think once people hold it in their hands for the first time, they're going to be sold. Instant on, get right into your game. It feels like everything you wanted a handheld to be, but it wasn't quite getting there. This is it.
When you boot up your Xbox Ally, it's going to boot into the Xbox experience.
We're turning off the desktop and other processes to optimize for gaming. That lets you have all of this memory back that can go just towards your games.
So I hope they're still going to include the desktop mode on this, because that's one of my favorite parts of the Steam Deck, right? And the ROG Ally, the regular ROG Ally, the non-Xbox version, is the fact that if you have the desktop mode, you can go in and you can tinker with things, you can download emulators, you can download, you can browse the web, do all that cool stuff. I hope they don't just I hope they don't just prevent you from using the desktop mode on this. I think that would be a crying shame. We'd be missing out on a lot. I'd want to install EmuDeck on this. I want to get all my emulation into it. And to do that, you have to do a lot of tinkering in File Explorer, right? The Windows Explorer, and just, move files around from A to B and do a little bit of management from that perspective, and download stuff from the web and download Chrome, etc. I want to be able to have the full Windows experience, but I want, when I want to get to some gaming and do some gaming, I want to be able to go into a console first user interface, and that's what the Steam Deck provides with SteamOS, right? Switch to the desktop mode, tinker around, do what you need to do, and then when you're ready to just sit back and play games and enjoy a more console-like experience, you can do that. I'm hoping they don't get rid of the desktop mode on this. Let's see.
I don't have to think about Windows. All I have to think about is my game and being focused on my game, and I'm gonna get my highest score.
I thought this was kind of funny. All right, we've got Anshul Rawat here, who works for the Windows team, who develops Windows. And what does he say? I don't want to think about Windows. Windows? Ugh! I want Windows to be out the way. I want to just play some games. Windows disgusts me. Anshul Rawat, who works for Windows.
All I have to think about is my game. About Windows.
Games.
I don't have to think about Windows. I don't have to think about Windows. All I have to think about is my game.
I know he probably works on developing Windows all day, every day. He's probably like, I don't have to think about Windows with this. I don't want to think about Windows with this. I spend all day working on Windows on a 9-to-5 job. I want to just play games at this point. I don't want to be reminded of my job.
My game, and I'm gonna get my highest score. How I'm gonna be able to.
Yes, you are, dude. Yes, you are.
Those are right there for me.
You're just one button press away from getting your game bar that allows you to access.
This is big. So the Xbox button's going to bring up the game bar now. So you're going to be able to control your volume. You're going to be able to see your friends list. You're going to be able to capture gameplay, screenshots, or video recordings. Mute your microphone. See all the task manager, essentially. See all the performance stats of your PC or your Xbox Ally handheld. Control all the audio stuff
and settings.
Game bar,
really cool.
Bring all this fantastic utility there for you. You'll be able to, see the performance of the games. You'll be able to send messages to your friends.
Your most recently used games, connecting to a Wi-Fi network, or changing the volume.
If I wanted to bring some app experiences thanks to the game bar, like Discord and stuff, I don't have to leave my gaming experience.
We've made it really fast, controller friendly.
The app switcher's pretty nice, huh?
It's all there and meeting the player's needs rather than having the players find it.
But what's so special about the Xbox Ally is that you can play all of the games that are available on Windows from whatever storefront or launcher that be. All of them are available for you on the go.
So they're going to be able to allow you to, like she said,
from whatever storefront or.
So this is big. This is a big step for Windows. It's a big step for Xbox. I apologize. It's a big step for Xbox and console gaming in general, because Xbox is, like I said at the start of the video, and I'll keep repeating, is the fact that Xbox is like, you know what? We're not going to force you to have Xbox Game Pass. We're not going to force you to buy Xbox games. Whatever games you have from whatever store you have, you can play them on Xbox, all right? We're not going to hold you to anything. And if you want, just obviously, you can download Xbox Game Pass, get access to a bunch of games as part of the Xbox Game Pass subscription. Save yourself some money, because who is tired of paying $70 every other week for a brand new game, right? Just get Xbox Game Pass. It's like $10-15 a month. Come play Xbox Game Pass, save yourself a bunch of money and play some games, right? And if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. Just bring in games from wherever you have them and play them on our Xbox handheld. I think that is awesome, and that's why PlayStation basically had to call that emergency meeting to basically say, hey guys, Xbox is going this route. It's going to be the end of console gaming as we know it. Basically, they're going to let people download their PC games, their PlayStation games on PC, on their new Xbox. What are we going to do? There's no need now to buy a console and be locked into that ecosystem. Xbox is going to let their players play any games from anywhere on their devices. What are we going to do? PlayStation? This is basically going to throw a wrench in the works as far as console gaming and PlayStation is concerned, because I don't even know how PlayStation can respond to this.
Kick out to a bunch of different launchers. You go to one shared library and they're all there for you.
The real magic of Xbox Play Anywhere is the fact that I'm taking my progression, my achievements anywhere that I go.
That's your identity, it's your library, it's the community that you have, anywhere you are, not where the device is. Xbox is about you.
Not, I want to play that, I need to go over there. No, I want to play the game I want to play. Like anywhere. What game do you want to play? Here it is.
Xbox is everywhere.
Hell yes.
Whether you download it, play locally on your device, or you play in the cloud, it should be a unified experience.
Being able to unlock people from a single device is magic.
PlayStation's like, no, people don't want to be unlocked from their device. People don't want to download games from wherever they have them, their PC, Steam, Valve, people don't want to do that. People want to be locked into an ecosystem. People want to be forced to buy exclusives and buy games for that console that can't be played anywhere else. People want that. Don't you guys? No, we want to play whatever games we have on whatever device we have, and that's the route Xbox has taken, and I think it's kind of good. You know, I had a lot of complaints, I had a lot of grievances about Xbox basically putting their exclusives on other devices and basically saying, hey, everything's an Xbox now. We just want you guys to play games. We're making some pretty good games. Play them on whatever you want. Play them on a PlayStation, play them on Nintendo, play them on your gaming PC. We're cool with whatever. We just want to sell you some awesome games. And now Xbox is making hardware that lets you run anyone else's games as well. I mean, PlayStation are in a frenzy right now. Holy crap.
It's going to be faster to fun. There's going to be more ways to play, and you are going to be blown away with the size and scale of access that you have to your content and library.
You know, one thing that is true is how much play is important to who we are as humans. And when you hold that in your hand and you can take it with you everywhere, I think there's just something beautiful about that we all need. That's what Ally brings to Xbox players.
Beautiful, man. If there was, like I said, if there was one console that could make me sell my Steam Deck, it could be this, and it's coming later this year. So there we go, guys. That's my reaction. Let me know what your reaction is down below in the video comments down below. I think this is a game changer. I think going in the handheld route for Xbox could save Xbox as far as hardware is concerned. And this whole new approach that they're taking in terms of merging Xbox with Windows, creating an Xbox orientated, focused UI and software that basically makes Windows, functional and usable and enjoyable to use on a gaming handheld is just a game changer. And being able to bring in third-party stores like Steam, like Epic Games Store, like GOG, like Battle.net, and bring that alongside Game Pass and basically let players have a really cool piece of hardware that can run games that's powerful and let them play games from wherever they have their games all in one place. I think it's a game changer, and this could literally save Xbox. It could end the console wars. And let me just repeat this one more time, just to bat the point home to you guys. You're going to be able to play PlayStation games on an Xbox device. That's what's happening here. As you know, PlayStation branched out. They started selling their games on Steam, on PC, because they wanted to make some extra revenue, right? PlayStation games usually only exclusive to PlayStation devices and PlayStation hardware. They obviously released their games on PC recently, and they've been releasing games like Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon, the list goes on and on. They're starting to release all those on PC now. And this is a PC. This is essentially a PC. It's an Xbox. It's Xbox branding. It's got Xbox software on it, but it's going to run every game library, every game store out there, because it's got full Windows on it. And that also includes bringing PlayStation games onto this thing. Talk about one-upping PlayStation, right? We didn't know how Xbox was going to get back at PlayStation, was going to be able to compete, but making a device that can run PlayStation games legally, wow! Talk about one-upping PlayStation. PlayStation are in panic mode. But it's not, you know, I love PlayStation. I have a PlayStation. I play my PlayStation all the time. I was playing Gran Turismo the other night. So I love PlayStation. I love Xbox. I'm fond of Xbox. I love the Xbox 360. It was my favorite console of all time. And it's good to see Xbox back in it. And this collaboration between Asus, one of my favorite companies in hardware, with the Asus Ally, it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to see where it goes. I want one of these so bad. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon for more gaming handheld news and tech news and gaming news every day, multiple times a day. I'm Blaze2K. Thank you for being here. Check the links in the description for some really cool stuff. Check out JSOX, that 12-in-1 dock that will work with this Xbox handheld when you get it. Go check that out. I've done a review for it on my channel. It's amazing. Anyways, I'm Blaze. Peace out. Take care. Have a great week. Bye.